PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay, time for the reverse simulation. What if every woman on earth just clocked out? No teachers, no nurses, no HR reps, no influencers, no moms. 30 days, no women. Would civilization freeze or would it adapt?
Ain't that a man?
First things first, let's be real. Women dominate some fields. Healthcare, education, administration, they run the show. 91% of nurses, women. 76% of K-12 teachers, women. 96% of HR professionals, women. 83% of social workers, women. 85% of elementary school principals, women. 90% of childcare workers, women. Almost 100% of Instagram skincare routines, women. They're the backbone of emotional labor. The planners, the post-it note warriors. They run the calendars, the check-ins, the "did you eat today?" texts. Take that away for 30 days. Get ready for chaos of a different kind. Day 1 to 3, the world doesn't explode. It just goes quiet.
Hey, welcome to Estevan TV. I'm at pushgapradio.com.
Pushgapradio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. Pushgapradio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Hey, from Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, it's Push Gap Radio.
Ooh, girl, you can't hear how Dallas, Fort Worth works. This is Jackie.
What up, y'all? This is Jackie
Of Shaka Ford 1 and the main event show.
Goes a little something like this.
Shaka Ford 1 and the main event with me, the Queen B, Jackie up. Heard exclusively on Push Gap Radio. Giving you two scoops.
And it goes a little something like this.
PushGapRadio.com in Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort
And it
Worth.
goes a little something like this.
Pushgapradio.com. We want to be your official Dallas internet station.
PushGapRadios.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome back to the show we call Panasonic, baby. We just slightly ahead of our time. Welcome back. Very beautiful. My sugar bear. My Jackie O. What's poppin', little mama?
What's up, everybody? It is good to be back.
It is good to be back. You had me rolling telling me about Trump up there removing them photos and whatnot. They say he was removing photos in his last administration as well.
Yeah, but he's trying to be funny this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he
you
had
know.
done something, sorry to cut you off, but he had done something with a MLK statue, didn't he, when he first got in there? He had moved it out of the office or something.
No, that wasn't in the White House. That
Yeah.
was at the Capitol or somewhere.
Right.
Somewhere else that he had that moved. But right now he's doing $200 million worth of renovations at the White House.
And you say people are
Well,
upset?
they're upset because it's taxpayer money that he's using. First of all, $200 million, the White House does not need to be remodeled for no $200 million. He's bringing in a bunch of gold stuff. You know, he loves gold.
Yeah.
He loves gold toilets and gold statues and just everything gold.
You know how DJT get down, mine. But then what does it matter? People sit here and scream about it. I don't want my money going to this. Your money go to Ukraine. Ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Your money gets shipped over to a whole lot of places. You wouldn't be interested in it going. It should be going to my reparations. You think you paying for that, but that is another matter.
I want my part of the taxes for that $200 million to go to those homeless people
Don't you want
that are
the people
staying
who
on the
travel here,
street
Jackie O, from other places
by
in
the
the world,
White House.
the great world leaders, that when they come in here, you see the symbol of American might, of American excess, of
That's a
American
bunch of
wealth.
bull crap.
You just can't bring them in. Okay, we're gonna go to the Holiday Inn
As
and hold a
Deion
little
Sanders
deal
would
thing.
say, that's a bunch of bull crap.
No, 200 million
because
is a drop in the bucket, though. Considering.
well, and then
33 trillion
and then
in
he
debt.
trying to be funny. He took the pictures of Obama, which is a powerful symbol of breaking racial barriers as the first black president, whether people like him or not.
For sure.
It's the truth. The truth is the truth.
Because you'll never be president, so
and
there's that.
His portrait was removed from the grand staircase,
Okay.
which was seen by many as diminishing representation. And you know Trump did that on purpose.
Yeah.
But not only did he move Obama's portrait, he also moved Bush portrait, which also
he moved Bush's. I thought he had moved Biden's.
No,
joint
it was
too.
Bush.
George W. Bush.
But they're saying that he did that because even though he's a fellow Republican, he never endorsed Trump, and he had a visible friendship with Obama, projecting bipartisanship.
They saying he moved it to a less visible spot on the private staircase.
Yeah, what he did is he said that, I guess in his mind, they don't need to be seen. So yeah, they're actually in a hidden hallway.
But I looked at this part.
Well,
I asked you the part about Joe Biden, but it says here, it's worth noting that President Trump also moved portraits of former presidents during his first term. The official portrait of former President Joe Biden has not yet been completed.
That's why I haven't been moved.
Because Trump will probably wipe his fart locker with Biden's photo, man.
Yeah, it haven't been. That's exactly why he haven't moved.
But
yet.
you get to do what you want. You decorate like you want. $200 million is a drop in the bucket, man. Take that money, Trump, and go and do something.
Take
because
that
he
money,
saves
Trump,
a lot of
and
money.
go feed those homeless people that you're making it illegal for them to be homeless.
Because he feeds niggas McDonald's. Trump ain't feeding you caviar and prime rib and whatnot, Jackie. You know that. It's Mickey D's off the dollar menu. So he saved the $200 million, okay, from cutting back on food.
Beating a dead horse.
Come on, man. Trump, build your ballroom, player. Build your ballroom. But in a more somber note, the military shooting. I say that because, again, 4th of the 69th Armored Battalion. Mike Wisconsin.
Thank you for your service. Soldier.
To all my military personnel out there, I always keep you in my prayers, but go Army. But yeah, August 6, 2005, 5 soldiers were shot at Fort Stewart in Georgia. The suspect, Army Sergeant Cornelius Radford, was quickly disarmed and arrested by the other soldiers at the scene. All 5 victims survived the attack and are in stable condition. It was charged with 6 counts of attempted murder, 6 counts of aggravated assault, and 1 count of domestic violence. The domestic violence charge was included because one of the victims was his intimate partner. The 6th count of attempted murder refers to a soldier he shot at and missed. So, yeah, under probably a lot of duress up in there, you think?
And that was just one of several recent shootings.
Exactly.
Because prior to that one, on July 28th, an attack at an office tower housing the NFL's New York headquarters left 4 people dead and 1 injured. The shooter left a note blaming the league for failing to address CTE in athletes, even requesting his brain be studied after death. Now, even though he never played in the NFL, he felt like he was injured when he was in high school.
Yeah.
But again, he thinks that it's the NFL's fault for not doing more than what they are. Then after that, there was another shooting on August 9th at a Navy installation in Hawaii. This one left 1 man dead in the housing area of the Naval Computer and Communications area, Master Station Pacific. The suspect, a soldier, was arrested. And then the most recent one happened on August 12th. 2 employees were killed and 3 injured at the CDC headquarters in Atlanta when a disgruntled lab technician opened fire in a secure research wing. The suspect is in custody with motives tied to workplace grievances. That's why I say you just don't know what people are dealing with.
And Robert F. Kennedy Jr., man, they slammed him. They said when the CDC shooting was going on, because he's over that, he's holding up fish. He out here in the great outdoors, man. And they say it wasn't until later on. But I don't know. Maybe he didn't know at the time when it happened. If I'm way out here in the bush.
No, he didn't.
But the Army is still working to determine how Radford, who used a personal handgun in the attack, was able to get the weapon onto the base. It's easy to get the weapon onto the damn base.
Well, they're
the base
working,
wide open. It's like that's your apartment.
They have instituted new protocol.
Yeah, after the horse has left the damn barn.
Well, I mean, at least they're trying to do something.
Here's what I heard. Here's what I heard now. I didn't do a deep dive, but I dived deep enough because the one thing you get here and the one thing that Jackie O ensures you get here is credibility. Okay, we don't just slap it out there. But I heard that he stuttered and he was being bullied And that's why he only went after the leadership. He didn't really go after anyone, under him or whatever. He went after the people after him because most people over you are the ones who are going to tease you and bully you like that. Because if I'm a E4 and you're an E2 and you're trying to bully me, I'll beat your ass. But if I'm a E4 and you are E6, okay, I'm probably going to the pokey if I hit you.
It's not okay to bully anybody.
It's not, but they're saying
age.
that's what that's what probably triggered him. That's what probably set him off, And so, yeah, that's what I read.
Not saying that what he did was right or that that's the route that he should have taken.
Right.
But, people shouldn't be bullying either. Again, no matter what the age is.
Yeah, but bullying helps you to grow.
No, nobody should be bullying nobody. The bullies don't like to be bullied, so they shouldn't be bullied.
Yeah. I know this is a weird thing to say in the middle of our podcast here because we're one of the most amazing shows on the internet. The only one who doesn't know it is you. Were you expecting an Amazon package? Because somebody just dropped something at the door.
I don't know, but it would be good to have one.
An Amazon package?
Of course.
Well, he just rang the bell, the truck out there, so...
Oh, I didn't hear anything. My things are noise canceling, so I didn't hear any of that.
And I'm also looking at the door. But yeah, man, it's a lot of stress in the military. It can be. It's not what it was back when I was in. Now they just let any and everybody in. They just lowered the standard.
No, they don't let any and everybody in. Trump changed that. If you are, if you're transsexual, he does not want you in the army. He actually put them out. Not transsexual, but bisexual. He put them out.
Jackie O is back.
Yes, I am.
They've lowered the bar. They let any and everybody in. There were standards back in the day. They also redo things for women so that women can have easier access. And they're still failing. These youngsters is fat. They're lazy. They learn how to do all their stuff in their life on a damn computer, on TV, on a game. These kids ain't ready to go out here. Like, look at pictures from the 1950s. Look at from 1970s when I went in. And how amazing we look. We look like men going off to war. Look at these kids now because they got the one AI out, and we're going to cover that, the AI, how they're clowning black people. But the one where they go in the hood, knocking on the door, trying to recruit people.
I'm about to rob your bitch ass. What you want, little Timmy?
We're giving away free Hellcats. Just got to join the war.
Shit, sign me up. World War III is here, and we need... Oh. Hey there, can I speak with your dad?
I don't have a dad.
Oh. Wait, Jessica?
Oh my gosh, Brad!
Well, hey,
I want a divorce.
Hello, sir. We're, Well? You're an odd little aren't you? Hey, sir, you've been drafted. All right, you know what? Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
And they become, that's funny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine. It's just...
I don't want my grandchildren to go to war because...
Of course not.
First of all, he's butting his nose in other folk business in other countries that have nothing to do with us.
Right.
And shouldn't have anything to do with us.
Right.
First of all. And then second of all, it's like, look how they already treat our veterans that we have now.
Yeah.
Why on green earth would anybody want to go and fight for a country that does not take care of their people?
Yeah. If you cannot take care of your veterans, you cannot afford to go to war. So that's what that is. But I feel bad for the people who were involved. Again, living on a military base is a different life. So those of you who are making assumptions, you don't know a damn thing if you've never put on your ruck and your rifle and man the post, man.
And they better pay attention and make sure that they're really learning what it is they're trying to teach them, because it looks like, with this president, it haven't been a year yet, and we're already headed towards war.
Yeah.
It was what, a week or a couple of weeks ago, he moved those 2 nuclear submarines closer to Russia because he's seeing... He took some message that they sent or that they gave, and he took it the wrong way, and he's seeing that he's taking that as a possible threat.
Yeah.
So
Trump looking for anything. Look at he done brought the National Guard in down there in D.C.
Yeah.
And what they're saying is they think Trump wants to be a dictator and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
He wants to be like Putin.
Yeah, he wants to be like Putin, man. And, not putting down, what happened August 6th with Cornelius Radford. But, yeah, Trump They say he's putting boots on the ground. They say Chicago will be next, and then other cities as he spreads out. Because I saw one video, and the military, the National Guard, is not out policing. They're providing logistics. They're providing support. Okay, they're not walking around arresting you or any of that. That's not what that is. The police are. But if the police are supposed to be out here trying to cut down on crime, why you messing with the brother sitting in front of his house on his stoop with a beer? Talking about, well, you can't drink outside. Nigga, I'm at home in front of my house. And the video just shows you how now they're trying to abuse the power. But some people say they think they're going to try to impeach Trump again, and Trump will already have his people in place. You said he had a hit list of people
he
that
deployed
he was
800 National Guard troops. So
yeah, Trump's the revenge tour.
Yeah, they're doing 100 to 200 at a time, but it's going to be 800 total by the time it's over with. So, yeah, that's a lot of extra coverage. But, yeah, he does have extensive hit list, of people that he dislikes, which seems to be getting longer daily, because he don't care if they're Republican,
none of that.
If they were for him and they're not for him now,
Fannie Willis,
it don't even matter. His Gayle King.
Yeah,
he said she have no talent. Charlamagne the God, he mocked his stage name. Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah,
he thinks that he mocks all of them.
The revenge tour, baby.
Whoopi Goldberg, Rachel Maddow, Oprah Winfrey. He said Oprah Winfrey was paid $3 million for an illegal endorsement deal for Kamala.
What?
Yeah, of course Oprah said that's all fake, but he was like, yes, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Taylor Swift. He said,
you gonna be mad at little old Taylor Swift?
He said Taylor Swift's no longer hot. Beyonce, he criticized her for her political activism and public announcements or public comments. Bruce Springsteen, he said he's overrated. Madonna, Cher, Spike Lee, he slammed them for being outspoken.
Right.
Rosie O'Donnell, when he won this time.
Yeah, him and Rosie used to go back and forth back in the Gap.
But he had Rosie so shook because I saw a video of her doing an interview the other day. She upped and picked up and moved to Ireland.
That's good.
She was like, no, I'm out of here.
Take a few of them other ones with you.
Yeah.
And speaking of Rosie, and, we're going to get into the WNBA dildo gate. Okay, so that's connected to that. But continue. Who's on the hit list? Because me and you looked up Fannie Willis the other day. And let me tell you something.
Yeah, Fannie Willis is one.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Okay. The reason they put all black women up there because the white boys didn't want to try to prosecute Trump because they knew that if Trump got back in office, and they had a strong suspicion that he would, that Trump was going to go on the revenge tour. Here it is, okay? And now, how come you ain't heard from Fannie Willis and all these other black women who was out here trying to put this man down? They put these women up here to fail mine. Them white boys didn't want to go up there and have to deal with that. Come on now. He got a gang of people he after, and I don't blame him. I'd be on a revenge tour my damn self. Continue.
But so it's Alec Baldwin who mocked him on Saturday Night Live, Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep, Kathy Griffin.
Meryl Streep? What Meryl Streep do to anybody?
He say she's overrated and she's a Hillary flunky.
Okay, well, I ain't gonna get you there, bro.
So Kathy Griffin, you remember Kathy Griffin actually had that. Yeah, she had that photo, and she was blacklisted for a long time.
Well, she looked real bad. I saw a picture of her a few weeks
She had to come back and apologize.
Oh, did she now?
That almost ruined her career.
Remember the Dixie Chicks? When they went in
it almost ruined their career.
Almost. I ain't heard from them chicks since.
Yeah, they're still there.
The Dixie Chicks. Look it up.
Stephen King. Chrissy Teigen.
Stephen King, the writer, the author, Stephen King?
Yep.
Go Bears.
He's criticized for his political tweets.
Yeah. Stephen King be out there.
Yeah, he speaks his mind.
Yeah, I've seen some
Chrissy
of his stuff.
Teigen and John Legend. He says they're boring in their filthy mouth. Politicians. Now, here's the list. Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Jasmine Crockett. Right now, he's wanting Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah.
Him and her are really going back and forth.
Because stupid crap just rolls out of Jasmine Crockett's mouth.
He wants her to take an IQ test
Yep.
for the same Washington folk that he had to take his from.
Yep.
And she said that she would be glad to take an IQ test, but she would not take it from a place that said that he has good sense.
Look here, man. Let me tell you something. They were offering $5,000 a year ago, 2 ago, whatever, early this year, last year. And Jasmine Crockett said the American people shouldn't get the $5,000, like the stimulus check. So they shouldn't get it because what's $5,000 going to do? Let me snatch $5,000 out your check. Let me snatch $5,000 out your check every pay period. What would that do? It's just some of the stupidest things that she says. And she replaced a legend. Is who she replaced.
Yeah, Eddie Bernice Johnson.
Bernice Johnson was class, grace, and elegance.
Yeah, I lobbied with her when I was in the union.
See, that's why Jackie here.
Shut
okay?
up.
That's why she here. National Honor Society. Basically, Jackie's here because in school she did all the things I didn't do. Okay. Okay. So that's what that is. But yeah. I figured he would go after her. What does he say about her?
For all of them, he groups them all together. He says that they're incompetent.
Yeah.
And he also accused all of them of corruption. Mitt Romney, he called him a pompous ass.
Yeah.
For asking for an impeachment vote. Liz Cheney, he attacked for the January 6th committee, January 6th committee role. Adam Schiff, John McCain, Jeff Sessions, Anthony Fauci. It was like
he used to clown McCain.
Yeah, he used to clown Dr. Fauci too.
Yeah, he shut him down.
Benjamin Netanyahu. I can't never get his name.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, him. He claimed that betrayal over political differences with him. And then it
Trump
goes,
would be his friend in the morning.
Now, as far as groups and institutions,
yeah.
CNN, MSNBC, NBC News, NYT, which is the New York Times, Washington Post, and they're all labeled
fake news.
There you go.
Trump started something with the fake news thing.
He don't like nobody.
That shit there hit.
So the FBI and DOJ, they attacked during investigations into the Russian interference in classified docs. The whole NFL, all the players and the league. He criticized them for the anthem protest.
Yeah, when they were doing the kneeling.
Yep.
I remember he made that outlandish remark.
And then he decided that he just don't like Hollywood in general.
Yeah.
They're branded elitist and out of touch.
Yeah. Trump's on the revenge tour. And now here's my thing. Let's keep it a hundo. Quit being you for a minute. If you was in Trump's position and people done you that, and now you had the power, what would you do? Would you turn the other cheek and be humble? Or would you come in and crush your enemies who tried to crush you? I'm with Trump. And then here's another thing. People wonder why black people don't get involved. We don't care what's going on. We're learning boots on the ground. Well, we know that. We're moving on to something else. What's the next thing they got?
I don't know, because they're still doing boots on the ground.
They're still doing boots?
Yeah,
we don't care. Shipping out the immigrants? Well, we're going to ship black people out. Okay, let me know when. Okay, like the one guy said, if you're giving $50,000 to some people or $5 million to some people to be Americans, why don't you just pay the $5 million to the black people and let them go wherever they want to go? But I get off course there. But yeah, it's just a wild thing with Trump. I would do the same thing. My dark Capricorn side would come out, and I would make it long term. We only half a year into this man's presidency. 3.5 more years to go. Black people don't care because your mama, your grandmama, your great-grandmama, your great-great-grandmama survive. They taught you to survive. You're teaching your kids. So it doesn't matter if the prices go up, prices go down. Whoever's in office, nigga, you can bring back Ronald Reagan. You can bring back John F. Kennedy. You can bring the next guy you got coming after Trump. Black people don't care. We still got to survive. So that's what that is. WNBA dildo gate. Now, they threw the green dildo out there, but why didn't they paint it the rainbow colors?
Well, apparently the trend is going to be green because now they're up to 3. The first one was thrown out on July 29th.
Right.
They found that guy, though, so he's been banned. He can't go to any more games for a year.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to hurt him.
Yeah, so what he did is on July 29th, this one, it was against the Golden State Valkyries versus the Atlanta Dream. And the clock was winding down, and then suddenly a whistle. Not for a foul, but for a green sex toy lying right there in the lane. So security had to go clear. They had to get them a little napkin or something so they could go and pick it up.
Why they need a napkin?
Well,
they probably just bought it.
They don't know if that's been used.
It's fresh out the box.
Who's going to assume whether or not it's being used at that point?
The nigga who cleaned the toilets. Come here.
Don't nobody want to touch. Don't nobody want to touch that.
Yeah,
so they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, then 2 nights later, on August 1st. In Chicago, it was the Valkyries again.
Yeah.
This time they were playing against the Skies. And then Deja Vu, another green little toy, made its way onto the court.
They said it's been in multiple cities like Atlanta, Chicago, and L.A. and been disrupting play and causing frustration. They say a cryptocurrency group has claimed responsibility for some of the incidents.
I was going to say, the third one happened on August 5th in Los Angeles. This one was against the Sparks and the Fever.
Right.
The difference with this one, though, is Kelsey Plum was trying to make a free throw and ready to get back on defense. Well, at this point, another green toy lands in the paint. So she kicks it because it almost hits her. So she punts it with a foot to the sideline. And then somebody again rushed out with napkin or whatever, and they took it and they disposed of it. But they're saying that
they said he got a napkin.
Yeah, and they're like, this is getting ridiculous now. It's like at this point they're thinking that they're having these copycats,
right?
And that this is not the image that they're trying to send out there, and it's making them look bad. And they're already struggling trying to get viewership.
Oh, they struggling. Then they want more money
and all of that. They're saying that this is not helping them at all.
The WNBA has responded by announcing that any fan who intentionally throws an object onto the court will be ejected, banned for a minimum of 1 year, and may face arrest and prosecution. The incidents have sparked a larger conversation about the safety of players and the sexualization of women in sports. All right. First off, most of these chicks, they sexualize they damn self, nigga. That's why they're on OnlyFans. That's why when they come to the games, they got all on the skippy stuff. Ain't nobody sexualizing you. You're sexualizing yourself. But why didn't they...
Somebody made a comment like that in the comments. They were like...
I was wondering.
They was like they threw it out there because they'd rather see you play with that than to play the game. And it was like that, they had to come from a man to make a comment like that.
You probably made that comment.
I ain't make no comment like that. No.
WNBA is boring. Nobody want to watch that. You don't know who a WNBA player is. Most people don't know who a WNBA team is in their own city. Nobody want to watch that. Okay, and you want more money. But if they threw it on again, one, why isn't it painted rainbow colors? And if lesbians do not like men, then why do they always have a Joe Louis that they're throwing out on the court?
They're not the ones throwing it out.
I'm just saying it was them. That's an off thing.
These are, I'm sure. Well, the first one.
You think a guy threw it?
One of them I know is a guy because they've already arrested a black guy for the first one.
A black guy. He's the fall guy.
He was arrested for the first one, so it remains to be seen for the other two.
So if the black dude, they called him, you say, okay?
They did.
My question is. And it was green, right?
There have all been green.
How'd he sneak it in, Jack?
How the hell do I know?
How did he sneak the dildo in?
He probably tried to make it look like his was.
Because maybe they pat him down.
He probably he probably barely have a print. So what he did is he put it in his pants to try to make it for 30 minutes to make it look like he was packing.
Or maybe he put it somewhere else. Tony Braxton and Birdman secretly got married on August 8th of 2024. Just 2 weeks later, Tony Braxton filed for divorce, citing that the marriage was irretrievably broken and listing their date of separation as August 10th. That was 2 days after you damn got married. That's quicker than Travis Hunter and his girl.
Yeah, but they've been dealing with each other off and on for a while. Right, even while they were engaged, they were still going back and forth. So that's really not a whole big surprise. But probably after they got married, knowing him, he probably was on the road and was gone and wasn't there with her. But we don't know.
Right.
But one of the stories that I came across said that they feel like, because Tony she's filed for bankruptcy twice.
Right, I remember that. I recall
she has
that.
lupus, so she can only work so much because then she have those health issues.
Yeah, right.
And right now, rumor has it that she is again in financial trouble. Well, he's a very wealthy man. Worth several
cash money millionaires.
Yeah, he's worth several $1 million. And so they're saying that they think that because she was married to him, even for that little short of time, for
2 days.
Yeah, but she actually filed 2 weeks later. But even at that, they're saying that was still long enough for her to get a minimum of $5 million,
then
if
it was
not
a setup.
more.
You should see it was a setup. Lady, you married this guy and now you're getting a divorce and you want the money. No, that's a scam walking in. Who the hell? Stevie Wonder can see that.
And so rumor has it that Birdman felt like, oh no, it's cheaper to keep her. So he cleaned up his little act, and lo and behold, a year later, they are celebrating their anniversary, and they were very quiet about it. They were kind of quiet about it. What Tony did is she went on social media,
right, and
she captioned a photo of a $5 million ring that he gave her for her anniversary gift.
$5 million?
Yes, So, baby, you got some. You got some.
I don't know if it's that much love.
You got some catching up to do, honey.
Because Kobe dropped a lump on old girl's ring when he got caught cheating.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, husband. Come through, husband.
I was finna hit the pause button. Okay, well I take you to Walmart tomorrow. You pick
honey,
yourself out
Walmart
real
don't
swell.
sell $5 million rings.
Exactly. Pick
but
out yourself, Jackie. Pick out yourself something real swell, honey.
You are. But anyway, so what she did is she took this picture and she captioned it, "Happy Anniversary," with the Tony classic playing in the background. That was our anniversary.
Right.
And so that was playing in the background. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't really post nothing on his. So that was kind of one-sided. So it's like where his happy anniversary to her at?
But he didn't sense that or think that after 2 days this chick trying to jump out and now she filing to get half my loot?
They've been engaged for years.
That don't matter. I ain't married to you. I'm not married to you.
He was the one that was forcing, for several of the years, he was the one that was forcing her to hurry up and get married and come on with a date. I honestly think that a lot of this stuff and a lot of these stories are just people assuming and people just making up stuff, because
they make
think
a
about
nice
it.
couple to me. I've seen them, and even with all the tats and whatnot, there's someone for everyone. But to me, they make a nice couple.
Because think about it, these two have been very quiet with their whole relationship from the very beginning, because everybody was shocked to even see that they were together to begin with.
Right.
And so I don't know how much of those rumors I really believe and play into. But they've been together for a long time. I mean, several years.
Well, I wish them the greatest.
Yes, and happy anniversary. My husband is going, Birdman, what I need you to do is to kind of send my husband a DM or something and let him know where you got that ring from, my brother.
Good luck with that. I already told you, nigga. Walmart. Right? What if women quit working? Women say they don't need men. The planet doesn't need men. Of course, the infrastructure and everything that keeps the world running is done by men. So we have a 2-part series here. The first part today is what would happen if women quit working. The second one on tomorrow's show will be what if men quit working. So here's a little insight into what would happen to the planet if women quit working. Check it out.
It would be great.
Okay, time for the reverse simulation. What if every woman on Earth just clocked out? No teachers, no nurses, no HR reps, no influencers, no moms. 30 days, no women. Would civilization freeze Or would it adapt?
Ain't that a man?
First things first, let's be real. Women dominate some fields. Healthcare, education, administration, they run the show. 91% of nurses, women. 76% of K-12 teachers, women. 96% of HR professionals, women. 83% of social workers, women. 85% of elementary school principals, women. 90% of childcare workers, women. Almost 100% of Instagram skincare routines, women. They're the backbone of emotional labor. The planners, the post-it note warriors. They run the calendars, the check-ins, the "did you eat today?" texts. Take that away for 30 days. Get ready for chaos of a different kind. Day 1 to 3, the world doesn't explode. It just goes quiet. Hospitals don't fall. Not yet, but the care's gone. Nurses, NICU angels, pediatric pros vanished. These weren't assistants. They were the pulse. They reposition fragile bodies. Notice the slurred speech, that means stroke. Fix the IV before it infiltrates. Without them, medicine is there, but the healing missing. Day 4 to 7, but here's where things get interesting. By day 4, men stop waiting and start building. They step into the roles left behind, not because they're trained, but because someone has to. 92% of active duty military are men. And when things break, that 92% kicks in. Combat medics replace bedside nurses. Corpsmen stitch wounds, run IVs, hold newborns with the same calm they carry into battle. Infantry, now substitute teachers, running classrooms with tactical precision. Logistics officers, suddenly kings of HR, payroll, and supply chain. Turns out, when you can launch troop movement in a war zone, scheduling field trips and managing PTO is light cardio. Turns out the guys who built cities and fought wars can also handle story time, payroll systems, and emotional breakdowns. Who knew? Adaptation isn't slow, it's wired in. When half the population disappears, the other half stops making excuses. By day 7, the machine's running again. Different hands, same output, maybe stronger. Fast forward to your office. No women, no awkward elevator rides. No, that joke was inappropriate. It's quiet, productive, focused. Also, kinda weird. See, the post-Me Too world made one thing clear. Workplaces became legal minefields. Men withdrew. Meetings got colder. Collaboration got awkward. Now, that tension is gone. But so is the balance. Even the news feels off. The male anchor delivers the facts. Sharp, steady, professional. But without the counterbalance of a woman, it's all one tone, one face, and yeah, you feel the difference. The female voice, that shift in tone, that contrast in delivery, that human layer, gone. Now, there's no office drama, but there's also no contrast, no tonal shift, no complementary presence, just straight line execution, all gas, no counterweight. The vibe didn't vanish, it shifted. 30 days without women didn't kill society, but it exposed its assumptions. It showed who really adapts, who really builds, and who everyone expects to just show up. Men didn't collapse, they recalibrated. And the moral? Respect is a two-way street. You don't get to call someone useless, then expect them to fix your future. Because when the real work starts, that bear you said you'd rather be with, yeah, he's not fixing the generator. Dismiss the builder and you'll miss the foundation. Modern comfort isn't magic, it's labor. And labor needs loyalty from both sides. And if you think this was eye-opening, wait until you see what happens when men stop working for 30 days. That's not...
All right, so you just saw the video. Jackie said it would be great.
It would be great.
So,
it would just be, women rule the world.
No.
Hey.
No. There was...
It is what it is.
Y'all, now, a lot of you guys, you can go look this up on YouTube now. What was that, Bear Grylls on Survivor Island thing? They put the ladies on one island, they put the men on another. By nightfall, the men had shelter, a fire, and had got something to eat. The women were still banging around.
That was the wrong kind
A week or two later.
That was the wrong stuff.
No, it's not the wrong stuff. It's the stuff that keeps the planet revolving. It's things that are needed. You need fire. You need shelter. You need security.
We need to start out with, the house and all that stuff, and then we'll work our way to all that.
Them chicks didn't have a house.
I know.
You know what the problem was?
They needed a tent.
You needed more than a damn tent.
And a sleeping bed.
The problem. Like in Extracted. That was a good show. But no, women think that everything should be equal. Men know that everything's not equal. When men walk in the room, we size each other up. We know who's who. We know where we fall within the thing. Now, I don't care if I'm a neurosurgeon, but we get on this island and this guy knows how to cut up a crocodile and cook it. Well, just because I'm a neurosurgeon, I don't know that, so he's in charge. So if someone gets hurt, then I'm in charge of that. There's someone in charge of getting the fire. There's someone in charge of building a shelter. You see how that goes? Women think we should all be the same. Should nobody be in charge? That's when we get chaos, okay? But tomorrow's show, what if men quit working? Okay, we got something in store for you.
They be wearing red dresses.
And then they bit my toe. And skirts,
and some Christian Louboutin red bottoms.
No, they got to spray paint them. Them niggas broke if you in a red dress. Okay. You were talking about the 2025 deaths so far. We were
oh my goodness,
talking about again how things seem to just be rolling along, man. People just rolling up out of here.
There's been so many this year.
Yes.
There's Kevin Yarborough. Remember him from Yarborough and Peoples? Don't Stop the Music.
Yes.
He was from Dallas, as a matter of fact.
Really?
He graduated from Roosevelt High School right here in Dallas.
No, that's right. That's right. I remember y'all were telling me about
they actually was married, and they was still married up until his death. Him and Alicia Peoples, the other half of the Yarborough and Peoples. But he was 72. He died from heart disease. Ananda Lewis, former MTV VJ and talk show host, died at the age of 52.
Back when MTV was the Joe Louis.
Yep, she was best known for TRL and Hot Zone and her advocacy for breast cancer. She died of breast cancer, which she has been having it since 2020.
Right.
And she possibly could have caught hers earlier, but she did not want to have a mammogram. So she was a mammogram advocate once she had reached stage 4, and it was incurable. Wayne Lewis, who was the lead singer and co-founder of Atlantic Star, including whose hits included Always and Secret Lovers.
Yeah.
He passed at the age of 68.
Right.
Kadia K.D. Lewis was one of the Love and Hip Hop stars and an Atlanta entrepreneur.
Yeah.
She used to date Young Jock, if you're familiar with Young Jock.
I know Young Jock,
rapper.
but I don't really know it.
Yeah,
that's after my time.
Yeah, they had a tumultuous relationship, and it kind of played out on Love and Hip Hop. But she also died from breast cancer.
Wow,
and she was young. She was like 34, 37, something like that. So she was young as well.
Oh, okay.
Sly Stone.
Yes, sir.
The groundbreaking.
Thank you.
Yep.
Let me nigga be myself.
Well, Sly was 82 when he passed away.
Yeah, he looked bad.
Yeah, well, 82. He had I'm sure he was doing plenty of drinking.
George Clinton looked bad too, though.
Well, look at the life that they lived. Of course, they were going to age
didn't look
bad.
bad. Frankie Beverly.
I don't think Frankie lived as hard as they did. Let's just put it that way.
You don't think Frankie lived as hard?
No, I don't think he lived as hard.
Continue.
George Foreman,
yes.
2-time heavyweight champion, Olympic gold medalist, preacher, and humanitarian.
And George died this year?
Yep. He died this year. He passed peacefully on March 21st, surrounded by his loved ones. And we all have a George Foreman.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wiggins, founding member of Tony.
Yeah.
Known for his him. Feels Good and It Never Rains. And like we were talking about earlier.
In Southern California.
It's our anniversary.
Yeah.
Roy Ayers.
Yeah.
Jazz funk
my heart
legend.
just keeps calling. That was the cut from Roy Ayers.
Yeah.
Well, all the Ayerses. His sister played the flute.
Did she?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, he passed away on March 4th at the age of 84. Angie Stone, Grammy-nominated R&B singer and songwriter, known for songs like No More Rain and I Wish I Didn't Miss You, was killed in a car accident at age 63, and they're saying that there's all these theories about this car accident, saying that they think that it was on purpose and that it was orchestrated because she had recently came out and said that her record label and what's his name that used to be married, Tommy Mottola, that used to be married. No, the one that was over Whitney, what's his name?
Clyde Davis.
Yeah, that they stole all of her money and that they owe her millions and millions of dollars and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And then
about
all of a sudden she came up dead.
A lot of people came out.
Yeah, it was 9 people in the van, and she was the only person to lose her life. Chris Jasper. Which
Isley
was
Brothers.
from the Isley Brothers. And, of course, we all know an Isley Brothers song. But he also died of cancer at the age of 73. Miss Roberta Flack, Grammy-winning vocalist of classics like The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face.
Back together again with Donny Hathaway. Those of you of a certain age.
Yep, she died of natural causes. Valletta Wallace, which was the mother of the late
Biggie.
rapper, the Notorious B.I.G.
Christopher Wallace.
Right. She passed away from natural causes. And so, that was kind of the end of his legacy, besides his children. He does still have 2 living children and a grandchild, actually. Irv Gotti, influential music executive and founder of Murder Inc. Records, whose roster included
Big Irv.
his roster included Ashanti and Ja Rule. He passed away, and they haven't really said from what, but he had suffered a series of strokes. And he had diabetes, and he was not exactly, I don't think, doing exactly what he was supposed to be doing.
None of us are.
Yeah, and so that kind of rounds up our
25 people who have passed away in 2025. The T app. I remember you were telling me about that. These chicks come out with the T app, and then the dudes came out. Jackie O read off another one that some guys made up. The one that I had been seeing on TikTok was called T-Born or T-Baby or something, where they were retaliating against the women, and the women was like, okay, we quit, don't do it no more. But it kind of backfired on them. But I didn't understand what the T-app was. I still don't understand what the T-app was. You probably don't either. So, to break it down for you, it is the incomparable Jackie O.
That's right. All right, so the T-app is called Meet T, T-E-A. It's a women-only dating safety app launched in 2023 that lets users anonymously rate and review men they've dated. The app quickly went viral, hitting over 4.6 million users by July of 2025. It offered features like background checks, red flag alerts, and green flag verification to help women vet romantic prospects. But last week, T faced a massive blow. 2 data breaches exposed 72,000 user images, including selfies and ID photos, and about 1.1 million direct messages. In response, the app suspended its direct messaging feature to protect privacy. But at that point, it was a little late. So a lot of the men caught word of this and thought,
because you putting people out there on blast like that there, man. And you think it's a game.
Right.
And then, like they say, when you plan revenge, dig 2 graves. And then you went out here, and what you're doing is giving the 20% of guys that you all banging. You're trying to denigrate him and put him down in this, that, and a third. And then somebody comes around and takes your idea, slap it up, flip it up, rub it down. Oh, no. And now they're working it back on you. When we gonna stop the madness and the stupidity, mind? What does it gain you to sit here and berate and belittle somebody and put somebody down like you ain't got problems?
Now, Chromatic, he came back and he answered and he
Who in all of the hell is What his name?
His name is Chromatic.
Him.
Who
is he?
This is a person that replied. He commented.
Oh, I thought he was a rapper.
No. He commented. He said, "Here's the T app y'all really need to download." And then he put a version. He put the Holy Bible on there for them to click on it to download the Holy Bible. But like you said earlier, there have been a response from the guys, and the name of theirs is Meet T on Her.
See,
is their counterpart.
So they got a couple of out there.
Apparently, because this one is called, again, T on Her, and it brings a T app to the men and mirrors its privacy disasters, though. So theirs have been kind of tapped into as well.
Right.
But it says, here's their thing. It says, you've heard of T, the women-only app where users rate men with red or green flags. Now, meet T on Her, the male version, making its own headlines this week. The app showed up in Apple's App Store at number 3, right now behind T, promising men a safe space to anonymously post about women they've dated.
Yep, and they've been ragging them and dragging them, baby. They've been ragging them and dragging them because, again, y'all all screw around in the same circles and whatnot. You understand me, you understand me, you understand me. So Joe Blow seen you, then Pookie seen you, then Ray Ray sent you. Ray Ray sent it to his cousin who sent it to somebody else. And now all your business out there. All your business. You talking about one guy. All these guys are talking about you. And then you sit here and you wonder, okay? And then to be wifey material. And they say, what does it matter about your body count? If I took this cup of water and stuck my finger in it 40 times, I would still drink this water. But if somebody came along, 40 different people, and stuck their fingers in the water, I'm not drinking that.
You know, I saw...
So that's kind of what...
I saw a video the other day with this girl. I think it was it looked like a TikTok video, I guess. But anyway, she was saying that she was on a date with this guy and it was going really, really, really well.
Right.
And I think she was like in her 20s and he asked her how many bodies did she have.
Exactly.
And she told him 73. And she said that guy took her, dropped her off at home, and blocked her number, and so she finally got in touch with him some kind of way. I forgot what but she had to, jump through hoops to try to get in touch with him. So she asked him, like, what happened? Because we were, getting along so well. And he was like, you said you had 73 bodies. Was like, ma'am, that was just, for your age, that's too much. And she was like, for her age to her, that wasn't a lot. And so she couldn't understand.
Every time we go out,
why he felt
we go
that
to
way.
The club, we go to the movies, we go to church, we go to a concert, we go out to eat. Everywhere we go, somebody know you. Now, amongst men, and they need Kevin Samuels or nobody else to tell you that, old heads told you that. If you out with a girl and every time some nigga running up, hugging her, that nigga done smashed. And him and his homies in the corner laughing at you. So yes, sweetie, that matters to us. Okay? Your body count matters.
That sound
Don't
like
nobody want nobody ran through mine. Not no man. I'm trying to build. You see, here's something else you women don't understand. If I'm a corporate lawyer, I got to take you around my partners and my bosses and whatnot. The Christmas party. And you come out here with this crap and you dressed all like that because you wouldn't change like I told you. Then them men look at me and they figure I don't make good choices and decisions because look at who I married. That's why a man says you represent me. And then you'll wonder, well, how come they ain't made you partner yet? Because I'm married to you. And that's the impact that you have. But, it's just the T-app thing. Both sides need to toss that.
And they do, because again, with the male version of it, the same thing happened to them that happened to the female. So all their stuff got leaked as well.
Exactly.
So all of them need to stay off of that.
It's all
and
crap.
No
matter who did what.
And just be more selective in who they choose.
Yeah, because, I promise you that with your baby daddy, you ain't his only baby mama. And with the baby mama, You ain't the only baby dad.
Well, and sometimes just because your relationship didn't work out with somebody doesn't mean that
everybody's is like
the next relationship is going to be the same way. It's just
and if you come in thinking that way, then what? You coming in thinking that it's going to fail. That ain't how it's supposed to work. Get rid of the T app. Get rid of the app that the guys got. We're going to do a show in another week or two. A lot of people have relationship shows.
Yeah.
And it's always gender wars and whatnot.
And
what people don't want to understand is that it's all by design, okay? Young against old, black against white. It's all division. Gender wars, man against woman.
Mm-hmm.
And look at us sitting here fighting. We so stupid, but we don't see the game. Welfare, Section 8, sent you to college, gave you government jobs, everything to put you over the black man. That was by design. And now we're to the point where what? They wiping out Section 8 and food stamps. The SNAP thing, they say you can't even buy candy and whatnot.
No, you can't buy any junk food. I got that as well. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just touching on it. I know we can really get into Jay-Z and his son. But yeah, we'll circle
Come
around
back to SNAP
for that. Yeah. But It's just, we just need to get rid of that. It's all by design.
Mm-hmm.
Go read Bacon's Revolt. It's about white privilege, okay? But it's all by design. It's designed to keep us fighting each other, and they robbing us all. So that's what it is. A man named Remer Sadowite has been pursuing a paternity lawsuit against Jay-Z for over a decade, claiming the rapper is his biological father. The case has been a long and complicated legal battle. Here's a summary of the latest developments. Jackie O.
That's right. Well, at first, it looked like he was about to get to a point where Jay-Z was going to have to take the DNA test finally after all of these years.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times...
He's 31 years old.
He kept filing all of these lawsuits and they kept being thrown out. Well, this time it seemed like he was close. Well, then all of a sudden on July 18th, he withdrew the federal case, hinting that there's still a lot going on behind closed doors.
Right.
So it sounded to me like somebody got to him with some money, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, lace him up.
Yeah, but he claimed that Jay-Z had a relationship with his late mom back in the 90s that led to his birth and has avoided a DNA test for decades.
Jay-Z legal team say it's fabricated. They denying it.
He also alleges harassment and legal manipulation to silence him, including being followed and having his car shot at. Jay-Z's team calls the claims fabricated and part of a decade-long harassment campaign.
Yeah.
They say multiple courts have rejected Ramir's story, noting a 2022 injunction that blocked him from filing more paternity suits without a judge's approval. With his latest case drop, Ramir could refile or take a different legal route. But for now, the paternity drama between him and Jay-Z appears to be it remains unresolved. But if you look at their pictures, even if Jay-Z is not his son, oh my God, he looks more like Jay-Z than any of Jay-Z kids.
Yeah, because remember we did the show about LL Cool J and his son. And if you go through our videos, it's about 2-3 years ago.
Which turned out not to be his son.
Turned out not to be. All you got to do is go on Maury. And they said a lawsuit was withdrawn July 18th, 2025. So he talking about it was social media that made the decision for him. So
that's not true. After all these years, and now all of a sudden social media is gonna make the decision for you. That's some BS. He got paid.
Crap for you, man. For all these people though who have been losing their homes and whatnot, predicated on property taxes and things of that nature, I just feel sorry because prices on everything is so doggone high.
And you ain't seen nothing yet. It's about to get higher.
It's so doggone high. I remember the coffee I used to get from Sam's was $7.99. It is $16.99 now. Okay, it's Sam's.
By the time the fallout hit with these farmers not being able to harvest their food, their crops, food is going to be a little more scarce. It's going to be more expensive. What we can get a hold to, and then not to mention, a lot of the meat plants lost a lot of their workers because they were illegal immigrants.
A lot of cattle ranchers are going out of business and selling off. So meat prices are going to continue to climb.
Go up. So it's
rent going to continue to
climb.
climb.
It's time to stock up on
and
some stuff.
What me and Jackie O have been doing, we've been watching the preppers, but we've been watching them for years. But now that we're in a house, we're setting up our garage the same way, so that in the event, because Trump done moved 2 submarines over by Russia. You don't know what game these people playing to send your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids over here to fight for these folks. So we getting prepared, man. We're trying to buy the stuff now while it's reasonable, because in the event something jumped off, everything's going to be sky high. Still a few items we got to get. Again, I ain't on board with that dang on solar generator. We got a big boy generator around here.
I want some power stations to go with our generator.
Well, yeah, we were looking at that so we could run our smaller things too. But yeah, we don't know what's about to happen. Trump got 3.5 more years. Don't know if the man trying to instigate a war, he's trying to stop a war. Have no idea. We just want to tell y'all, get prepared, man. Wipe out your credit card debt. Try to get it down. No, it's hard. People always want to jump on you to save your money, save your money. Who the hell got some money to save?
When a lot of people live
country's
paychecks
in debt.
Almost the next paycheck.
America's in debt, $33 trillion damn dollars, but they telling your ass to save your damn money, man. So yeah, things are getting wild, man. We just want y'all to stay up on the goings on. You can find out all of that as long as you stick and stay to the hottest thing in the game.
Buy me that $5 million ring, we'll have some collateral.
Pushgap Radio's done. What you gonna sell off? A diamond at a time, Jackie?
Hey, gotta do whatever got to do.
But if you're trying to, let's say something did happen, the power went out, whatever. What the hell would a $5 million ring do for you?
Honestly, nothing, because I wouldn't.
People looking for food.
I wouldn't give it up.
Fuel. Transportation. Nobody give a damn about no.
You gotta have some things to barter.
Yeah,
you know, at one point, money is not gonna take you very far.
Transportation.
When everybody
weapons.
lose their jobs any daggone way at this rate.
Jackie didn't watch enough episodes of Walking Dead. Okay, it's a lot of stuff.
We got a barter.
Real quick, you were talking about Regina King's son. She named a wine after him.
Yes.
I remember when her deal went down. Love Regina King. Those of you again,
she's
227,
a great actress.
Great actress, and she does a lot of stuff behind the scenes so far as directing and whatnot. I loved her.
She
Cadillac
also used
Escalade
to date Malcolm Jamal Warner.
I know, for a short period of time. Yeah, rest in peace, Malcolm.
Yep. So Regina King has poured her heart into a bottle with Me and You. And that's Me and You. It's spelled MIAN and a capital U at the end.
All right.
A soulful orange wine dedicated to her late son, Ian Alexander Jr. It's pronounced Me and You.
Yeah.
The name comes from a sketch that Ian once made, now featured on the label. The blend is 75% something that I can't say that's German and 25% Chardonnay.
Yeah.
It comes from Mendocino County with floral and citrus notes with a golden amber hue.
With a golden amber hue.
But the thing about it though is that only 500 cases were made, inspired by the day Ian introduced Regina to orange wine at their favorite LA spot. So she even tested it on a table of nuns before launch, earning an enthusiastic wow. And so that's her tribute to her son. 500 cases, that. So if you want some, apparently you better get you some.
I would support Regina.
I would too.
Regina. Real quick, we have a new segment that will be coming up on next week. Now, we're going to be coming on all the way through the first of the year and keep going from there. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. Okay. Starting next week, we implement a new segment called Voices Unfiltered. And it's a segment Jackie O has created, and I will let her explain.
Yes, and also take some time to go over to the Voices Unfiltered Facebook page and like and follow us there. But it's an anonymous confessions, emotional truths, and powerful stories that you could feel. And your secrets are stories. So basically what it is that people come and they submit anonymous stories.
Right.
And so we post them on the page, and then we're going to also have a YouTube page where they're going to be turned into videos, and then we're also going to choose a letter per week to have on the show.
Yeah. So using AI, we're big on AI around here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're not in on AI, then your ass just ain't got no idea of what is going on. Don't forget, on tomorrow's show, we will have What If Men Quit Working? And that will give you an outlook on what is going on there. But yeah, everything's getting high, man. All the layoffs and whatnot. We'll cover that on tomorrow's show. But yeah, look out for yourselves. Look out for those around you. Because if shit hits the fan, who do you know? I asked my brother, moved into his apartment. Do you know your neighbors, man? Well, I don't know them. Don't be like that. You need to know somebody. When the lights go dark, now ain't the time to try to meet you. Because everybody's skittish. Lights went out here, you knocking on the door. Hey, who is it? Oh, it's your neighbor. No, we're not doing that.
Better be careful.
Never average.
Safe than sorry.
It's better to be safe, nigga, than sorry. Never average. Never average, never mediocre. Online, on point, and on the money. Rubber Buggy Baby Boomer Radio. Pray until something happens. God always provides. At pushgapradios.com, the power is in the name. Jackie O.
Y'all be sure and like, comment, and subscribe. Come back and see us next week, and tell all your family and your friends about us.
That is what that is. Banging this thing in the urban internet radio game. With the 7 years that we were on KYBNradio.com, 97.1 in Mountain View, California.
97. Yeah. With Dr. Ramsey.
Dr. Aaron Ramsey and the crew. We was the
crew.
banging this thing. See, we're on YouTube now. We've been on YouTube for 2 years trying to figure it out. We're not so young, so we can't do all the things
Speak
that
for
you youngsters
yourself.
do.
I'm still a young whippersnapper.
That part. So yeah, but we just getting in the game, man. We the hottest shit in the game. The only one don't know it is you. PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby.
And we're out.
What she said.
Hey, this is Scott Moran. It's not just the brothers that listen to PushGapRadio.com. For the hottest new show in the Metroplex, it's Shackleford 1 in the main event on PushGapRadio.com. Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth. Dallas, baby.